People ask me if I've waited too long to retire. Simply put, yes. Says Thomas Heath, who's writing in FoxNews.com an opinion piece. Tom and I tried to do the video looking at the article, but then I got my LGTB flag of death that came on, and I'm not sure why that keeps happening. It's weird, but anyway, so I'm just gonna go into it because it's such a good piece. So Thomas Heath had written for the Washington Post for 30 years, and his wife had died 3 days before he had written his last piece, or 3 days after he'd written his last piece. I can't remember, but within 3 days of him retiring. His wife for like 35 years, man. And now he's sitting in his gated community in Florida with a bunch of king poops from the past who are all nobodies now. And he says it's sad because a lot of people get their value from their jobs. And he quotes Ben Bradley, who I think was the producer of Washington Post, who said basically, if you don't have the Washington Post next to your name, you're a nobody. And I 100% agree. It's like, oh, I write for who's that stupid idiot, Taylor Lorenz? I mean, no one would care about Taylor Lorenz other than the fact she has the New York Times next to her name. And the only reason she's got, she works at these places is because she's a rich girl from Greenwich, Connecticut or something like that. Just, with spoiled rich kids. They all take care of themselves, you know what I'm saying? But no one would care who this chick is other than the fact she writes the New York Times. And the only reason she writes the New York Times is because they're all rich, elitist liberals. That's it, man. So this guy's 100%. Thomas Heath. No one cares about Thomas Heath now that he's retired. Anyway, so he goes, something, though, it's still worth it. And here's why. Because I get to enjoy he gets up at 5, he reads the book of the day, he'll follow up with his attorney, he said, in terms of what kind of tax preparation he needs to do. He'll send a package. He'll mess around with, finagling something around the house with his food choices of the day. He'll go for a walk. He goes to daily mass at noon and prays the rosary. And he's just said, yeah, I did retire too late. Not too early. I retired too late. And I just, talking to a guy yesterday, a client, and good guy. And his wife now has the beginnings of dementia. I think he said dementia, yeah. And, she's just sad, dude. You know what I'm saying? You have all these plans. You're going to work. You have it all set up in your mind. And he's doing good. I mean, he gets it. He's not sitting there whining or anything. He's not like that. But all the best laid plans are all, I don't want to say shattered because that sounds a little bit too dramatic. But the best laid plans are all, they're all changed. No other way around that. Oh, dude, you got a bike guy and you're flying up here. So the best laid plans are all changed simply because of his wife's circumstance. And I said, well, we're talking about like Roth conversions and stuff, and I'm just like, I get it. We want to do Roth conversions, but I think the more important thing is to spend down your money now while your wife is still able to enjoy it for the most part. Because she has good weeks and bad weeks. So hopefully when you catch her on a good week, you can take that trip to Italy or something like that. Because you can have all the Roth conversions in the world, but if your wife isn't there to enjoy it with you, who gives a crap? Now, he's got kids, so he could leave it to his kids, grandkids. That's all good, but that's not, I just told him it sucks, man. Look, it's humanity. It is what it is. It sucks. We're all going to deal with this. Again, as I referred to Jason Isbell's song Vampires, when we were vampires, we got 40 years together. One of us is going to die first. And that just always, for some reason, hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, Charlotte and I will be widow or widowers, most likely. And we'll be without each other. And that's going to suck for the survivor. It'll probably suck for me a hell of a lot more than for her. She has said in a silly way. But she goes, when I die, you get married because you won't know what to do. And I said, well, you get married too. She goes, hell no, I'm not marrying another guy. You crazy? I said, man, all I put you through, honey. Anyway, it makes you sad thinking about it. And this is why I'm so biased in favor of you quitting your crappy old job, because I've been doing this for so long. I've heard so many stories, and I'm like Ferdinand the Bull, man. I just love to smell the flowers. I've always loved the pretty flowers on a green grass. I've always loved that. I've always wanted to smell the flowers, and maybe I'm a emotional, or what's the other word I'm looking for? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit more emotionally driven, something like that. Romantic, that's the word. And other people are more not. I get it, but I'm just like, man, don't. The best laid plans. Don't give them up because of another day at work. I just, unless you need to. Look, you put yourself in a situation. I know that. I'm there. But secondly, remember, your life isn't because of your job. Your life is because of God. Your value is because God values you. And if God, the creator of all things, values you, why don't you value yourself? This is what I had a hard time. Forgive myself for all my idiocy in the past. Learn to forgive myself. I'll never forget a guy at AA said, God forgave you. Why are you not forgiving yourself? I said, God doesn't know. God knows everything, and he has forgiven you. Why are you not forgiving yourself? God values you because of your scars. He values you. He doesn't value you less because of your scars. He values you because of them. Matthew West has a song, it calls that, I can't remember what it's called, but about the scars. Let the people see your scars. You are valued because of you. Your freaking job at the Washington Post doesn't give you value. Jesus Christ gives you value. Jesus died on the cross, suffered, and died for you. God wants a personal relationship with you. Unlike any other Abrahamic religion, I don't know about the other religions, our religion says God wants a personal relationship agreed upon mutually. Free will. You can agree or not. Either way, God still loves you. He wants a personal relationship with you. You are valued by God, the creator of all things. Not by your job. Not by your 401k. Anyway, I'll put a link in the show notes to this article. It's a great, great article. And your job isn't what gives you value. Your soul does. All right. Love to hear your thoughts.